I'ma help. I'ma take care of
And
you.
if you don't, I'm taking you to court for child support, and I'm not backing down either.
Joining us from Battle Creek, Michigan is 23-year-old Samantha. Now, I mentioned Samantha's age because last year Samantha admits she fell hard for a 17-year-old guy named Denton. And just 1 month ago, Samantha welcomed her son Josiah. At first, Samantha says Denton was excited about being a dad. But just 2 weeks ago, after Josiah was born, Denton revealed he had a new girlfriend and he abandoned Samantha. Well, today, Denton is completely denying baby Josiah. Watch this.
I know I'm not the father of Samantha's baby. Samantha is a known cheater and liar. She tricked me from day one. My mother never approved of our relationship. Just because I'm much younger than her, she thinks that she can get away with pinning a baby on me. This girl is obsessed with me. She'll try to say or do anything to keep me in her life. Me and my mom caught Samantha lying about where she was so many times. This could be anyone's baby. When the test results come back and I'm not the father, I want Samantha out of my life for good.
Wow. What do you think of that, Samantha?
Denton was the only one that I was with when I got pregnant with my son. And he was the only one that I've ever been with. Like, I've never cheated. And I know he's the father of my son.
What was it like? I mean, 2 weeks ago, he said goodbye, right?
Yes, over a Facebook Messenger.
He already had another girlfriend.
Yes.
That was pretty quick, wasn't he? I mean, he was there throughout the pregnancy. I don't get it.
Me neither, Maury.
How did he react when you first told him you were pregnant?
He was excited, and he even started crying because he was happy that he was about to be a father to a baby.
And tell me about the relationship between the two of you while you were pregnant.
Our relationship while I was pregnant was really good. He was really supportive. He was always like there. He was kissing my belly, rubbing my belly. He was talking to the baby, and he was really supportive. Like, he was really happy that he was about to be a father to his first child. That's why it makes no sense that he's denying my child.
Who do you think's in his ear?
A really close family member and his mom.
His mother thinks that since you're much older than he is, that you kind of brainwashed him all along.
I would never brainwash anybody, and age doesn't matter. It's about the personality of a person and how they look at somebody and how much they love them that builds a relationship and that builds a bond with somebody. Age has nothing to do with anything.
Does Denton accuse you of sleeping with particular people?
My sister's best friend and one of my exes.
And did you ever cheat on him?
No, I never cheated on Denton, and I never would have. Because when I'm with somebody 1,000%, and I want to give them my undivided attention and show them that I love them and that I'm going to be there for them, and I'm never going to cheat on anybody. I'm not like that. I don't believe in cheating on somebody.
So did he come to the hospital when you gave birth?
Yes, he was there during my birth, and he was also there when I delivered my son because I tested positive for COVID-19, and the whole time that we was in the hospital, the first 24 hours, I wasn't able to hold my son. I wasn't able to feed him. Denton was the first person to be able to do the first hour of skin to skin with our son. And in the very beginning, he told me that he had to bond with our son and that he was happy. And it made me happy to be able to know that he was the first person to be able to hold their child when I couldn't because I had the COVID and they didn't want me to pass it on to our child.
So let me get this straight. So he was bonding with Josiah right after you delivered because you couldn't touch Josiah for the first few days or whatever. He was bonding with that child. And let me get this timeline straight. 2 weeks after all this happens at the hospital, he leaves.
Yes.
I don't get it.
He was gone like all the time, like every day, all day he was gone, and he'd come back late at night, and he wouldn't get home sometimes until 1:30 in the morning. And when I did ask him to help me, like, get up with Josiah, in the beginning, he was getting up with me, helping me. And then all of a sudden he turned and didn't want to help me, wouldn't want to hold the baby or no nothing. And when I asked him what was going on, he wouldn't tell me.
I was helping, but it's whatever, I guess.
I don't get it.
Because I was helping and everything else, but we just started arguing and fighting all the time, so that's why I left.
Does Josiah look like Denton?
He looks just like Denton. He got his big-ass head. He got his eyes, he got his nose, he got his chin. The whole way is the way his face is shaped. He even got Denton's big ass forehead. He even got Denton's left ear. His ear points just like Denton's, and when he was born, his left ear folds over like Denton's did.
Josiah had a health scare recently, right? Because you found that he had a hole in his heart. You had to get up every couple of hours because...
I have to get up. I have to wake him up every 4 hours to make him get up and eat because he's not like a normal newborn. He doesn't wake up on his own, and he can go anywhere between 6 to 8 hours of sleeping without waking up at all. So I have to wake him up every 4 hours, and I have to keep a closer eye on him.
Is he getting better?
And Denton,
is he getting better?
No, he's still doing the same, and Denton wasn't there to support me, and that's something that I needed him to do, was support me, because I have a sister that passed away at a month and 29 days from the same heart problem that my son has.
Can your son be fixed? Can there be something done?
They said that he should outgrow it by the time he's 6 months, and if he doesn't, then they're gonna do further testing and see if they want to determine to do surgery or not on him.
One of the things that bothers you about this is you've gone through this yourself. You grew up without a father.
I have.
I
grew up without my father my whole life.
Why don't you believe you're the father, Denton?
When I first started dating her, I couldn't even go stay over there. She had a whole nother dude over there.
When we first started dating, the only reason why there was another guy over there is because that was my sister's best friend, and him and my sister were both homeless, so they had the room upstairs. And we told you the only reason why my mom didn't let you stay with us is because there wasn't going to be no room, and we wasn't going to allow you to sleep on the floor.
You believe the other guy was there for a reason, right?
Yep.
Your mother had a problem with your relationship with her. Why?
Because she was older than me.
Where did you get the fact that she was cheating? I mean, was it known around town? I mean, what was going on?
A lot of people told me. Plenty of people.
But you can't believe what everybody says. Instead of believing them, why don't you go to the main source and ask them instead of believing what everybody says? Because if you start believing what everybody says, you're going to look dumb.
You cheated on one of your exes.
You can't believe them. They're my ex for a reason. I don't believe in cheating on anybody.
When you went to the hospital when she was delivering, your mom essentially told you, hey, Denton, don't sign the birth certificate, okay?
Yeah,
right?
She told me not to.
Right. But what did you do?
Then why did you even sign the birth certificate then?
Why'd you sign it?
I don't know. She kept asking me if I wanted to, if I wanted to, if I wanted to.
So you think...
And you could have said no. You could have denied it, and you could have told them no. I don't want to sign the birth certificate until I find out if he's my son or not. And you could have asked me to do DNA because I would have been willing to do it at the hospital.
What happens if I read the result and prove that you're the father? What's going to happen?
I'm going to help. I'm going to take care of
And
you.
if you don't, I'm taking you to court for child support, and I'm not backing down either.
Well, we're going to find out.
Good. I don't care. That's all you wanted anyways. You wanted the money. That's it.
It's not about the money. It's about you stepping up and taking care of the child that you helped create. I didn't just create that boy by myself. It takes two people, not just one.
Okay, here we go. In the case of 1-month-old Josiah, Denton, you are the father.
I told you. But yeah, you're sitting there saying that I'm the cheater, but you're the one that's a manhole, not me, dude. So now,
okay,
you have a choice to either step up or you're going to be slapped with child support. I'm done. I'm not playing no more.
Denton, you and your family are going to have to step up, okay?
Yeah.
All right. You are not the father.